connect. We are going to be moving on to Liverpool because there's been some interesting developments when it comes to Liverpool. Now all of a sudden FSG are saying that they don't have money. You are confused. Don't worry, we'll get into that part. But we want to talk about the main thing. Dominik, is it Szoboszlai? I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Is a big target of Liverpool, and it looks like they've stepped up to their interest, and he has jumped into become number one into the pecking order of how they wanted to do their transfer deals and how they were setting up everything. Now the problem is this: I've been really following this thing for some time. The player has a 70 million euro release clause, something that is still being considered by Liverpool that is too much money. They cannot manage to get a player with that amount of money to pay. So what they've been working on, I think, which is really, really important to focus on, is that they've been working on to try to lower down the fee that that RB Leipzig is asking for. The player himself has made it so clear that he wants to go to Liverpool, and that Newcastle was also one of the clubs that were interested. So there's been some interesting developments over how the situation has been going. So I'm going to be giving you the updated version of what I've been told now. And one of the first updated version that came up about an hour ago was that Liverpool don't have money, and because it looks like that they have a tight budget that they cannot spend that amount of money, it might force them to not go and sign Dominik because they won't be able to actually cover whatever the graph that was put up. I did not even understood it. It was full of craziness and nonsense. And every Liverpool fan are getting angry because we have been told that this is the summer we build a team. And in the process of trying to build a team, we are being told excuses after excuses, excuses after excuses. Trust me, go watch Craig right now. He's losing it after the FSG. But now there's some clear light that has been coming out, which I don't know. It's really hard for me to believe, but because now the mainstream media, when it comes to the Sky Sports, have already said that this is not going to happen because it could be a tight schedule for Liverpool. But what we're being told is this, and let's see how this progresses in the coming days. And I'm going to just read it to you. What is being said is that Liverpool will wait until the release clause of the player has passed. So we are being told that by the end of tomorrow, if Liverpool don't get the Dominik release clause paid, it will only start to apply in January, which means that it will be now straightforward face-to-face contract negotiations with Leipzig. Now, people might be confused. Why would Liverpool do that when there's a release clause, an easy thing to do? There's the kicker that people have not been told. Whenever there is a release clause in a player's contract, what happens is this: you have an agreement with the player and you want to move them. You are only forced to pay the clause for you to get the player. So if the clause is 10,000, you only pay the 10,000. 10 million, you only pay the 10 million for you to get the player. If it's 70 million euro, like it is in this situation, you have to pay it straightforward 70 million euro for you to get the player out of Leipzig. Now, this is the situation that is, well, really developing so well. Liverpool are being told that they want to let this release clause to pass. And the reason why they want to let the release clause pass is this. Listen to me, you might not have heard this, so it's going to shock you. The reason why they want to let the release clause pass is because they feel that they can get something better when they actually negotiate with the club. The reason why they want to do that is that they want, by all means, to keep it at the same price, or maybe try to negotiate well so that it goes lower. But what we're being told is they want to keep it at the same price. The reason why they want to do this while after this release clause due date or deadline is over is because they'll be able, now listen to them, they'll be able to negotiate in payment structures where the fee will be paid in installments over the length of the contract of the player. Listen to me, I'm going to repeat this. They want to allow the release clause to pass, so they want to let the release clause pass so that they don't trigger it, so that they are able to they're able to negotiate a payment structure where they'll pay the fee that is needed for the player in installment over the length of his contract, which means that if this is 70 million euro is what is still being asked by Red Bull Leipzig, they can come to them as that we want to sign this player over 5 years and we are gonna pay you maybe 40 million upfront. Then in the last 30 million that will be left of this 40 million that we're paying you, we are gonna divide it into the 5 years we are signing off your player, and we'll pay it all in those 5 years of his contract. And if you want to add a bonus, we might put a bonus on top, but that allows Liverpool to actually pay this deal into their comfort zone, because at this moment, if this is done with the trigger of a release clause, it means the money is to be paid there and then. The release clause, it feels like as much as people take it as a safety net, it is actually something that arrests the payer to the buyer. He doesn't have any flexibility like the flexibility that Liverpool is trying to create in terms of negotiation, so that they can play it in into installments, which becomes at least a little bit easier for them to actually get this deal done. But if this doesn't work, it means that they are in trouble. So what can change this? Now listen to this next point that I've prepared for you. Liverpool will not trigger the release clause, like I've already told you. The reason why they will, unless, now this is a very key point to hold. They will not trigger the release clause unless if Newcastle intend to do so. So one thing that you have to understand, Klopp and Liverpool wants the player Dominik, and they are not really running into doing this. And they have, I think, according to what we are reading here, it looks like they do have the money to pay, but they wanted to do it in a level where they're actually free, there's freedom, and they're able to keep paying it in the installments. That makes it easy. But they can only trigger the release clause if Newcastle intends to do so, which, according to the reports we are being told, it's highly unlikely that Newcastle are going to trigger the release clause of this player because of the money that they've already spent elsewhere, and also the financial fair play, which will be like this onto them. So, I don't know, Liverpool fans, are you really excited over this Dominik thing? Do you think it's still a possibility? Can it happen? According to the rumors we are being told, it's possible. It can still happen. The agreements with the player, it's not going to be a problem because he wants to come to Liverpool and Liverpool wants the player. But they are trying by all means to negotiate and do something that will work well and easier for them. So we'll keep you updated over how this situation will play out, but that's one thing that you have to keep an eye on. Let's see how it progresses. If the release clause, if the release clause deadline is passed, understand that maybe they're trying to negotiate something meaningful. The other news that came out today concerning Liverpool transfers is that Thuram negotiation are moving so well. Remember, the players is still playing in the under 21 Euros. Is it Euros? Yes, under 21 Euros, which is going so well for him. We were also told that we did experience a blow because Mano Kone picked up an injury and he went out of the stadium in crashes. Maybe that could be the reason why maybe Liverpool are moving so highly on Dominik now, because Mano Kone, as we thought, is gonna be unreliable. It looks like it is so. He's already out. He went out in crashes. But Thuram, on the other hand, has never been injured. Kepren Thuram has never been injured. He's one player who's really fit and is ready to play. So don't be surprised if Liverpool actually go and get the player. According to what we've been told, everything is moving so well. The negotiations with the club, the players' side, it's already done. It looks like it was done a long time ago. It's just a matter of time to wait for the Euros to be over and see what happens. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Click the like button and subscribe to The Connect.